Okay, so what was I going to talk about? I don't even remember what I was going to talk about now. It's been so long. It's been a while since that happened. Okay, so at the very beginning of the cutscene with Lexius, Riku was like, "You're sent. You're another one of those nobodies, aren't you?"
Yeah.
And during the Sora storyline, it's something I should have talked about earlier, but I didn't get around to. You were like, "This nobody thing. What is that?" This game, Riku's story, Sora's story, otherwise, has a critical problem.
Okay.
A huge problem. And it is that it is setting up Kingdom Hearts 2, but can't give too much away because, number one, not everyone's going to play this one. Number two, it can't take the wind out of Kingdom Hearts 2's sails, right?
Yeah.
So this game is all about mystery.
Great.
It's all about being mysterious. What are nobodies, Joey? Aren't you interested? Don't you want to know what that is?
They don't tell you, do they? Or it's just nothing.
Don't you want to know what nobodies are, Joey? Isn't that interesting to you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Listen, people are going to be like, what's wrong with mystery, Jacob? A mystery is something which you can solve. A good mystery is something which you are given certain amounts of evidence, which either lead you in a certain direction or are eventually subverted. Kingdom Hearts 1 has a decent mystery. Not like it's not anything you would get him an award or anything,
Yeah.
but it has a decent mystery in the form of Ansem the King, who is presented.
You get, like, the reports.
You get the reports about this wise ruler who is a scientist who is doing research on the Heartless and trying to perhaps find a way to control or stop them. But then eventually we find out, no, he was using his own people as test subjects, secretly, and developing an army with which to take over the world because he believed, his philosophy was that, a yin and yang type of thing. Everything came from darkness. Darkness must be the source of all power and life. And he's studying Kingdom Hearts and all this stuff, and he's like, Kingdom Hearts, that's like the repository of all the hearts ever that are like, are going to be and have gone, that have passed on, and everything is darkness. So it has to be full of darkness, and I want that supreme power. So I do some research. Aha, I figured this out. If I blow up enough worlds, I can make a door to Kingdom Hearts. So he has a plan which is revealed, right? And that's a mystery. And even before that, there is still a plot, because even before you know Ansem, even if you aren't reading the Ansem reports, even if you don't even know who the heck Maleficent is, the game sets up there are monsters and they're blowing up worlds, and we know they're credible because we see them blow up Sora's world. He has personal stakes in the story. We know Jiminy Cricket's world was blown up. We know the Final Fantasy characters were blown up. We're told everybody on Traverse Town, their world was blown up. So we understand what the crisis is and what we are fighting to resolve, right?
Yeah.
Now, Sora's storyline does not have a clear plot at first. We're just in a castle.
Yeah.
Eventually, it becomes about rescuing Naminé, and that has kind of a good mystery element to it. You start to figure out a bit too much too soon, and that's partly because it takes so long to unfold that you have a lot of time to think about it.
Right.
You have a lot of time to puzzle out what's going on in the story, right? Riku's campaign doesn't have a plot in the same way that one does. It's entirely about Riku's character.
Okay.
He's not setting out to, kill Marluxia or a particular villain. The villains are all roadblocks along his personal journey of something that he's trying to accomplish. And so his objective is clear pretty much from the get-go. We understand what he's out for. We understand to some level what Sora's out for, too. He's trying to find Riku and the King. But that the game is no longer about that after a certain point, you know? But a lot of the elements surrounding this of the organization, the superior, Riku, all these guys that they're interacting with, and nobodies, and there's other stuff we're going to get to that we haven't even gotten to yet, all exists to be mysterious. And here's the thing, and this is something we'll talk about a lot more when we get to Kingdom Hearts 2. Marluxia takes off the hood, right? When we first see him, he has the hood on for several scenes, but eventually he takes the hood off to reveal...
Bishi Shoujo Man.
Have we ever seen Bishi Shoujo Man before?
No.
So what was the reveal?
He was just they just showed his face.
So why was he wearing the hood in the first place?
And they wanted it to be mysterious. There wasn't a reason for it because you never see him before then. Got it.
That is going to be a continuing trend, not only in this game but in future games. A real desire to create the sense of mystery that Kingdom Hearts 1 has, or at least that it can have if you're reading the Ansem reports and really paying attention to little details. It's not like, again, I sound like, oh, Kingdom Hearts 1 is the greatest mystery ever. But, it's not... You know,
Yeah.
it's basic, but it is there.
Exactly.
And it takes a little while to unravel itself. And there is a reveal because if you've been reading the reports, you have in your brain a conception of who Ansem is, who you expect him to be. So when you see him, it's a twist. It's a subversion of your expectations. The future games do not achieve this. There are some. I sound like I'm being blanket against all of them, but Organization 13 and these characters and the nobodies, okay. Whatever nobodies are, that's not the problem. When you find out what nobodies are, it's fine. Nobodies is fine. The mystery of the nobody. What do you think a nobody is right now, Joey?
Look,
Wager a guess.
My guess. I mean, I've not looked. I haven't thought too much. I guess it's just nobody's either they share. They work. I imagine all of them are with the organization, or they get added to the organization because they all share something in common that makes them above, or not above, but special, like some kind of power, or I don't know.
Okay.
Something that has to do with the darkness, or maybe.
I'm not going to say anything about whether you're right or wrong or whatever, but the point is that you don't have enough information to make any kind of real assumption about this.
The only information I have is the name exists, and some of these guys are
them. Yeah, right. Yeah. And you didn't know necessarily that Ansem was a mystery. You may have wondered like where he was. Like you mentioned when we found Ansem in the game, you were like, I expect us to find his bones somewhere.
Yeah.
But it wasn't necessarily presented as a mystery, but it was you were given an expectation which was then subverted.
Yeah.
This is not a mystery. This is the game throwing out. This is going to a foreign country, and not understanding the language. Yeah. And then eventually they give you a dictionary. Cool. Okay. Now am I going to find out what they were talking about? Oh, they were talking about their lunch order. Like, the fact that they use all these mysterious terms to talk about, like, earlier when I was talking about, they're talking about the hero of light, the hero of darkness. That's even more strange. We know that the hero of light's Riku and the hero of darkness is Sora. I mean, other way around. Like,
yeah. Is it the other way around? It's Kingdom Hearts 3.
But, like...
It's gonna pull a deadly premonition. It's like...
If Kingdom Hearts 3 would pull a deadly premonition, that'd be pretty crazy. He has the white hair.
You got a point. All right,
we're setting up for it.
If you got a PS4, Deadly Premonition remakes coming out soon.
That is what's going to happen in Kingdom Hearts 3. Go play it. You'll see what we're talking about. But anyway, there's the Riku and Sora thing, like I just hero light, hero darkness, whatever. Like that's just kind of the dialogue is being cryptic. The fact that they're all talking about the superior, they would never call their boss the superior.
They just have it there so you don't know.
Yeah, they just there's like one scene in Kingdom Hearts 2 where someone says our boss, and then after that they just say his name.
Rick.
And it's a name we've never heard before. It's not like they're gonna say Ansem or Kairi.
Kairi, oh boy.
It'd be great if they said Kairi.
That'd be the funniest thing.
But
Shadow Kairi.
Anyway, I don't know if that's going to be the end of an episode or the beginning of an episode. Depends on how we edit it. And I'm going to stop the recording there, though, and we'll see how this comes out in editing later.
Okay.
That was I needed to have that spiel, and I couldn't do that during commentary. So, I mean, during fighting. That was what we just now was commentary. Yeah. Let me pull up the dictionary definition of commentary. Oh, what we just did. Okay, yeah, that was commentary. All right, tune in next time or in a second, ladies and gentlemen, depending on how I edit this.
I think of all the fake commercials from Gravity Falls, I think Baby Fights was my favorite.
Baby Fights, it was a show, but Baby Fights is pretty fantastic. There's a lot of good. Where was I going? I was going to story.
Baby Fights and Owl Trail, all the good ones.
Characters. Owl. Sick of owls blocking your driveway? Well, then you gotta get Owl Trail. Okay, I forgot. So this was hidden until we beat Halloween Town, I guess.
Yeah.
This is Riku's Halloween Town model.
Okay.
Much grainier, much darker. Did they change the
description any? Or
no, the description's exactly the same. I was disappointed.
Oh.
But yeah, so you can see the
That's nice. Mm-hmm. I wish it had the Soul Eater.
Yeah, I wish you could see the Soul Eater too. That'd be neat, but you can't. And then here's Mickey. No, that's normal Mickey. Here's normal Kingdom Hearts Mickey with his bright colors, and here's Halloween Town Mickey.
Gritty.
Yeah.
Mickey.
Gritty. Batman versus Superman Mickey.
I know this is... I may have said this before, but every time I see him, I just feel like he's from like a soccer game.
He looks like he belongs on a soccer pitch.
The Super Mario Strikers.
It's the shorts.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the shorts and the red stripes on the sleeves make it look like a jersey.
Yeah, you're right.
That's what it is. So I was talking with my brother last night while I was grinding and some of this stuff, looking at Riku's design. This is not a spoiler. Riku's in Kingdom Hearts 2, everybody.
What?
In Kingdom Hearts 2, I'm pretty sure that his pants are just the kind of those purple pants that are underneath, and these are gone.
That's good.
I think that
That's a bad look.
I think that these are supposed to be like for wading through water. I think that's what they're supposed to, because like they're belted at the bottom,
yeah.
and like they would keep water off your pants.
Because they lived at the islands. Or
I assume that's what they're for. He should have taken them off as soon as he got off the islands, because now they're just cumbersome.
And they're dumb looking.
No, they're definitely dumb looking. I wasn't. I was like, what would have possibly have prompted that line of thinking? They're for wading through water to collect like clams. I don't know. That's how he makes his living. He collected sand dollars and he ate clams. That was how Riku subsisted on Destiny Islands.
Right.
Lexaeus is gone as well.
Vexen, Larxene, Lexaeus. I wonder who will be next in line.
I thought perhaps it might be you.
Me? No way. I already took my pounding from Sora. He thinks I'm done for good.
Not that the guy who voices Axel's delivery in this game isn't good. Like, the way he just read that last line, like, he wasn't stilted, he went between the two sentences very fluidly. He does a good read in this. The way that he voices Axel is just weirdly different from how he sounds in the other games. Like, he sounds much more aggressive and mysterious. But we'll talk about Axel stuff as we see more of Axel.
I think it'll be Marluxia next. For defying the organization and targeting Sora. I hope he moves exactly as his heart commands him to. So, what about you? I thought you guys had plans for Riku.
I don't think Axel styles his hair. I think he just rides a motorcycle to work.
Probably.
But with Marluxia gone, there is no more need. He is nothing but a nuisance now.
And he's dangerous as well. After all, he took down Lexaeus.
You know, that is not how I do things. Tell me, did you obtain the data on Riku's home?
Does he just sit in that room, like, all day long?
I guess.
There's nothing in there.
There's nothing in there.
It's a dark room.
He doesn't even have the crystal ball like the one upstairs.
Oh.
What?
Nothing.
In the Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories manga, well, for one, Chain of Memories is played much more comedically in the manga than in this game. They sit around there and Vexen cooks, and
Really?
and Lexaeus reads manga.
Good.
One of the senses died. A really strong one. Huh?
That's weird how like the whole place shook and the scent completely vanished. Like, you'd think the scent would still waft around.
Exactly. No, it would be even stronger for just a second because, you know, his pieces of his body would be everywhere.
It's true.
The keeper
Was
of
he
this
talking
castle,
about,
Marluxia, has just been felled by the Keyblade Master.
Yeah.
Keyblade. You mean Sora? Sora is here?
Yeah, the timeline's weird. I couldn't tell you when
Yes.
anything's happened in
Want
relation
to
to anything
see
happening
him?
in Sora's storyline. It's all over the place.
Can you face him?
What's that mean?
The world of darkness and some shadow still nest within your heart. Do you plan to face Sora like that? Are you not ashamed? Sora's fate is to battle the darkness. He must oppose anyone who hosts the dark. In other words, it's you. If you don't believe the words I say, then you had best see the truth with your own eyes.
This card. This is our...
Again, there's the Kingdom
Yes.
Hearts 2 design, where you see the
It is
town
your
island.
home.
But then after this cutscene, we'll see the little inventory pop up for it, and it'll be Kingdom Hearts 1 again.
Will it?
Yeah, there it is.
No.
I don't know why. It's because obviously when Chain of Memories 1 came out, like the GBA version, it was that design. But then in the cutscenes in this game, you see the more orange design with both the islands.
It's a holographic card. It's one. No, it's those cards.
It's a
that,
shiny
like,
Charizard.
You move it and it changes. Those cards.
It's a shiny Charizard. Her hair glistened like the holographic Charizard card. Limited edition holographic Charizard. The dank Pokemon memes.
dank memes. Have you? You don't play Pokemon, do you?
No, I guess I played Silver on the Game Boy Color. Yeah, Game Boy Color. Was that color? Yeah, it was color.
I'm sure I've mentioned it before, but I mean, I didn't start till Diamond for DS.
Yeah.
So it's not that I didn't want to. It's just, you know, I wasn't allowed, and I didn't really. I guess it was mostly I didn't want to. But
You know something really weird that I just noticed?
What?
We're sitting here casually talking about Pokemon. We're both kind of relaxed. I'm leaning
no-
back in my chair. My leg is up. Like, my right leg is
Just
up
like
in my
we're-
seat. We're both sitting here relaxing on the beach talking about Pokemon with Riku. He's like, you guys are nerds. You play those stupid Japanese games dweebs played. Oh, look, there's text for me to read again. It's been a long time. I never thought I'd miss the island winds so much. Huh. There's a time I couldn't wait to get off this rock. The Ark! The Ark is emerging!
Oh.
He destroyed this place, and now he's like, I just want to be back. I screwed everything up. And now I'm acting all relieved.
I would have loved it if he would have just slipped and fell in the water.
Is that... Hey!
Oh boy, I actually know who Waka is now.
You watched that 10 playthrough?
I am 2 episodes away from finishing it.
Oh, wow. What's with you guys? I don't think I've ever seen the 3 of you so quiet. What, is there something on my face? I hate that it's turned away from Riku here because, again, there's the limited expressions. A lot of these cutscenes are better in the GBA version. Some of them are good in this one, some of them are better in the GBA version. This is way better because Riku has joyous expressions.
Really?
Like, and very,
Oh, so
very
that's
happy.
why they're like, oh.
And he's like, what, is there something on my face? And like, has a big smile, he has a big grin on his face. He's like, look,
Right.
he's seen his friends again.
Yeah.
Guys?
Oh. Not even the Blitzball remained.
Even the Blitzball didn't want anything to do with Riku. Hello everyone, it's me, Jacob, coming to you months and months and months and months after this was initially filmed to make kind of a corrective statement on my part. I'm about to spend several minutes elaborating upon what is essentially a fan theory or interpretation that I don't even really agree with. That may sound odd, so let me explain. Before me and Joey sat down to record this day, I happened to be rewatching some bits of Chain of Memories on the internet, and I saw somebody in a comments section going, hey, this scene makes more sense if you interpret it like this, and you think that this happened, and whatever. And I honestly don't even really know what possessed me to talk about it the way that I did, because I didn't even really buy into it. I just kind of thought, this one scene doesn't really make that much sense unless you think about it this way, but as you'll discover, when we actually get to that scene, I quickly realize, wait a second, this explanation isn't needed at all whatsoever. So please bear with me, you're about to sit through 3 minutes of more or less kind of nonsense. This is exactly the sort of reason I'm going to take very extensive notes ahead of time for all the future Kingdom Hearts playthroughs instead of trying to wing it. So this is something, I gotta talk about this now, because this is a conceit that I'm not sure if it was something that the first game didn't make abundantly clear, or if it was something that they elaborated upon later. But basically, one of the things that is suggested is that the Heartless don't really come somewhere in full force until, like, a Heart of Darkness. Like, someone is, like, greedy and, like, wants power or whatever, right? And then they're attracted to that. Which makes no sense. Because if a world exists, it should be around for, like, you know, hundreds of years or whatever, and somebody evil would have thought of something.
Of course.
But whatever. Within the conceit of the game, like, when you go to Deep Jungle, the Heartless don't show up forever. It's just the cheetah jumps out every now and then, right?
Yeah.
The Heartless only show up when Clayton goes off the deep end and wants to go kill the gorillas, right?
Yeah.
That's when the Heartless show
Well,
up.
maybe it's like the reason is like the Heartless just maybe they procedurally just go to these places.
Well, I don't care too much about the reasoning why or why not. This is a conceit, and I don't care about it.
Okay.
I don't think this is like a nitpick that doesn't make any sense. The point is that because I finally upgraded my health. Yeah.
Oh, just a little bit.
Yeah, and it seems like it hasn't been that much time, but for me, this was like a lot of grinding, and I finally upgraded it because I felt like I might need it for this fight. And I was also, I think also it wouldn't let me. I think it wouldn't let me level up attack and
there
darkness
you go.
anymore.
You didn't have a choice.
Now eventually it will let me level it up more. Like I'm only like level like 40 something.
Yeah, but I mean it doesn't.
49, but it balances it. Like once you've done enough of those two, it's like you got to level up one a little bit now.
Yeah.
But anyway, the conceit is that the Heartless only showed up on Destiny Islands and destroyed it because Riku was like, I need to get out of this place. That's the conceit, that the game never makes super clear previously, but the suggestion is that it was completely his fault.
Did not ever realize that.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah, in the first game, it seems more like he's an opportunist. But the conceit they're going to go off... I mean, again, I don't think it matters, because either way, the story works.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, if we're being honest, it didn't really click that there was a trigger for them to come. I thought they just kind of
I didn't think there was either. I didn't... Like, even when I was going through this a bit more closely, and I was like, what is... Because I looked at some of this previously before I played through it, and I watched it again. I was looking at this more carefully and curious about what some of the characters were talking about, and I think this is also a lot of hearsay. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff in these games that is not fully explained, that fans have had to puzzle out. What I am saying has not been clearly explained. I am trying to explain what I think the conceit is behind a scene we're about to watch.
Okay.
But there's not anywhere that I know of in the canon that says it this way or that way. Like, I mean, we never meet anybody evil on Traverse Town. You know, we never meet anybody, you know, it's, you know, these things are debatable. I think in my own headcanon, the Heartless just show up. They do or do not. They are a wild entity that goes wherever. And if the world is exposed, they go. Maybe they don't. They aren't in infinite numbers. They go some places. They don't go other places.
Yeah.
But perhaps we can argue, okay, Riku was evil and he knew where the keyhole was because we saw that flashback to young Riku. And he saw the door in the cave with the keyhole on it. So there's a suggestion, perhaps, that he was culpable.
Okay.
That he perhaps unlocked it, or because we found out that he was the first Keyblade Master. You know, so maybe that has nothing to do with it. But maybe he somehow caused the destruction of Destiny Islands. It is a conceit that you have to accept for this next scene to make sense.
Okay.
If you want to forget about that after this scene and go with whatever headcanon you want, because both of these are speculative, then I don't care. You can think whatever you want, but for the function of this next scene, that's the conceit they're operating on.
Did you know gaming? It's all his fault. He's a big dummy.
Either way, Riku
Did you know
was...
gaming, this is actually just Sora's... He's in a coma.
Yeah, this whole thing is sort of in a
Game
coma
theory.
waiting to wake up. Game theory. Hey, Kyrie. Oh, God, it's so good to see you. Like, for real, it's good to see you, Kyrie. For me as Jacob, not just as Riku. But, no, like, I mean, again, like, it's not... Even if like conceit we just discussed isn't the case, like, either way, Riku was totally down with the world getting blown up and everybody dying except for him, Sora, and Kairi.
Yeah.
So...
Bless you.
Thank you. I'm going to sneeze again. Nope, okay, it passed. Either way, he's still guilty. Because he was totally culpable in it and wanted it to happen and was happy with it. And when he woke up on the other side, he wasn't upset that everything got blown up. He was just upset that Kairi and Sora weren't there to go on adventures with him. Either way, Riku is sitting here going, gosh, geez, I really was an idiot, wasn't I? Whether he was directly guilty or not. The emotion is the same. Hey, Kairi, are you...
Whoosh.
No. Surely you knew this would happen. You've been to a number of worlds in your memory before this one, and in those worlds you only met dark beings. That's all that's left in your heart, dark memories. Your memories of home are gone, each and every one. That's a lie. I remember everyone from the islands. Titus and Selphie and Waka, Kairi and Sora too. They're my
Tomodachi.
My closest friends. And who threw away those friends? Maybe it's your own actions you've forgotten. You destroyed your home! Like, the last line makes sense with either conceit, but that line,
Yeah.
you need the other conceit, because it doesn't make... Or it could also be... You can also just say that it's what's his name? Zexion guilt-tripping him.
Yeah.
Because clearly this is a
All
ploy.
of the islands you grew up on were sundered, scattered. Many hearts were forever lost to the darkness. Because of what you did! You hated being an islander, so you opened the door to darkness and destroyed the islands. It was you! You were pulled into the darkness then, and now you belong to the darkness.
Yeah, I guess really accept either headcanon. You can accept that he did it, or that Zexion is guilt tripping him. Either one works. Whatever. Do whatever you like, people.
Look at what you truly are!
Because this is a ploy. Zexion was like, you know that is not how I do things. Do you have the data on his world?
Yeah.
So this is a play. This is a play of some kind. We don't know what yet, but this is a ploy. He said, look at what you truly are! And then he summoned the Darkseid again. We're gonna fight Darkseid again.
Yeah.
This fight is stupid easy.
Is it?
This can't be who I really am.
It's not.
It's not.
It's the first enemy of the first game.
It was Sora's Darkseid, it seemed like. But even then, I don't know. So, okay. This attack is from the first game, right? And may the Heartless come out. In this, the Shadows all play low-level cards you can beat easily. And he can't do anything. This is here for you to do damage on him, because his other attacks where he lowers himself, if you break them, then he stands back up and you can't hit him. So this is literally just him making himself vulnerable. From a design standpoint, because the other attacks,
So,
if
like, you can literally just waylay on him.
Pretty much, yeah. Watch. I'll switch to... No, stop that. I need to lock on, so I don't lock on these guys idiots. Instead, what are you doing, Riku? Go away. There you go. So, as you can see, he's now up there. And I can kind of... So, hold on, he's going to use this move. If I break that, though, now he's up in the air again, and I can't reach him as easily. Unless I'm in dark mode and I have my double jump ability, which I will get eventually. I'm not going to use... There we go. I didn't do too good, but whatever, who cares? So, again, that would, like, taking his fist down, but breaking it makes his hands go back up, and he's difficult to reach up there. And again, now he's back up. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So that first move is intended to make him vulnerable. Because now the card goes away. Because now it's about deploying the shadows. So this is when he's hit. This is when he renders himself hittable. More so than anything else.
Kingdom Hearts is hard.
Some of them are hard. I mean, there's some fights in this game that are really tough. Just this fight isn't. I'm not gonna break it. I'm just gonna dodge it. Is that gonna be a... Yeah, okay. Sweet. No, never mind. It's just an attack. So if I wait until the card goes up, then he kind of recoils slowly. But if I break a card, he just snaps back up to his original position.
Can't do anything.
Yeah.
I mean, you can jump, but it won't.
Is that gonna be? Yes. Awesome. Thank you. After this deck, I'll turn on Maleficent. But I mean, we're already done here. We just gotta wrap things up.
Man, no cards are being played right now.
Yeah, the Shadows will occasionally play cards, but they really don't care. Like, they kill themselves. When it's over, they vanish. When that phase is complete.
Yeah, it's not great damage.
Nah, well, I miss him with the brunt of the attack, so...
Exactly.
Okay, there we go. Nice.
Alright, now it should just be a breeze.
It is gonna be a breeze. Well, now I'm locked on the wrong hand, so that's not good. That's not right either. What are you doing? What are you doing, Riku? There we go.
Yeah! Cool finish.
Alright, now, in the GBA version, that was the last boss of Destiny Islands.
Okay.
You just fought Darkseid and that was it.
But now...
In the PS2 version...
You have to fight Blue Hair.
They've added a boss. They added Zexion to this version of the game.
That's his name.
Yeah. I think that's his name. I'm probably getting it wrong, and people are like, that's not his name! He's never played a video game before! Jacob doesn't know anything about Kingdom Hearts! He's a fraud! That 20-minute story video he made, he clearly just researched it for an hour and threw it together.
He doesn't know anything about Persona. He's
He doesn't
never
know
even played
anything
it.
about it. I have never played it.
No,
Persona.
that's why I said
no. I've now played Arena and Q. Not beaten Q, but
Oh, you have Q.
Sora. I haven't beaten Q. It's so long. It's a long dungeon crawler. It's good, but it's a lengthy game. Hey, guess what? That's 20 minutes. So I think that's gonna be an episode.
Oh.
A door. That's crazy. What's going on here? We'll come back in a second, everybody. See you next time.